South Dakota is a landlocked state in the north-central region of the United States. It is also part of the Great Plains. South Dakota is named after the Dakota Sioux tribe, which comprises a large portion of the population with 9 reservations currently in the state and has historically dominated the territory. South Dakota is the 17th largest by area, but the 5th least populous and the 5th least densely populated of the 50 United States. Pierre is the state capital, and Sioux Falls, with a population of about 213,900, is South Dakota's most populous city. The state is bisected by the Missouri River, dividing South Dakota into 2 geographically and socially distinct halves, known to residents as East River and West River. South Dakota is bordered by North Dakota to the north, Minnesota to the east, Iowa to the southeast, Nebraska to the south, Wyoming to the west, and Montana to the northwest. Humans have inhabited the area for several millennia, with the Sioux becoming dominant by the early 19th century. In the late 19th century, European-American settlement intensified after a gold rush in the Black Hills and the construction of railroads from the east. Encroaching miners and settlers triggered a number of Indian wars, ending with the Wounded Knee Massacre in 1890. As the southern part of the former Dakota Territory, South Dakota became a state on November 2, 1889, simultaneously with North Dakota. They are the 39th and 40th states admitted to the Union. President Benjamin Harrison shuffled the statehood papers before signing them so that no one could tell which became a state first. Key events in the 20th century included the Dust Bowl and Great Depression, increased federal spending during the 1940s and 1950s for agriculture and defense, and an industrialization of agriculture that has reduced family farming. Eastern South Dakota is home to most of the state's population, and the area's fertile soil is used to grow a variety of crops. West of the Missouri River, ranching is the predominant agricultural activity, and the economy is more dependent on tourism and defense spending. Most of the Native American reservations are in West River. The Black Hills, a group of low pine-covered mountains sacred to the Sioux, is in the southwest part of the state. Mount Rushmore, a major tourist destination, is there. South Dakota has a temperate continental climate with 4 distinct seasons and precipitation ranging from moderate in the east to semi-arid in the west. The state's ecology features species typical of a North American grassland biome. While several Democrats have represented South Dakota for multiple terms in both chambers of Congress, the state government is largely controlled by the Republican Party, whose nominees have carried South Dakota in each of the last 14 presidential elections. Historically dominated by an agricultural economy and a rural lifestyle, South Dakota has recently sought to diversify its economy in other areas to both attract and retain residents. South Dakota's history and rural characters still strongly influence the state's culture. The common pheasant, ring-necked pheasant, or blue-headed pheasant, a bird in the pheasant family. The genus name comes from Latin facianus, pheasant. The species name Colchicus is Latin for of Colchis, a country on the Black Sea where pheasants became known to Europeans. Pulsatilla patens is a species of flowering plant in the family Ranunculaceae, native to Europe, Russia, Mongolia, and China. Common names include eastern pasquiflower and cutleaf anemone. Picea glauca, the white spruce, is a species of spruce native to the northern temperate and boreal forests in North America. Picea glauca is native from central Alaska all through the east, across western and southern and central Canada to the Adelan Peninsula in Newfoundland, and south to Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, upstate New York and Vermont, along with the mountainous and immediate coastal portions of New Hampshire and Maine, where temperatures are just barely cool and moist enough to support it. There is also an isolated population in the Black Hills of South Dakota and Wyoming. There are 66 counties in the U.S. state of South Dakota with FIPS codes. Todd County and Oglala County are the only counties in South Dakota which do not have their own county seats. Hot Springs in Fall River County serves as the administrative center for Oglala County. Winter in Tripp County serves as the administrative center for Todd County. These are 2 of 6 counties in South Dakota which are entirely within an Indian reservation. The other 4 counties are Bennett, Corson, Dewitt, and Zebah. South Dakota's postal abbreviation is SD and its FIPS state code is 46.
Top 10 largest cities in South Dakota.
Number 10, Box Elder, South Dakota. Box Elder is a city in Pennington and Meade counties in the state of South Dakota. The population was 11,746 at the 2020 census, making it the 10th most populous city in South Dakota. Ellsworth Air Force Base lies on the northeast side of the city. Box Elder was named from nearby Box Elder Creek. Indie rock band Pavement has a song on their second album named after the city. Number 9. Pierre, South Dakota. Pierre is the capital city of the U.S. state of South Dakota and the county seat of Hughes County. The population was 14,091 at the 2020 census, making it the 20th least populous U.S. state capital after Montpelier, Vermont. It is South Dakota's 9th most populous city. Pierre is the principal city of the Pierre Micropolitan Statistical Area, which includes all of Hughes and Stanley counties. Founded in 1880 on the Missouri River, the city was selected to be the state capital when South Dakota was admitted as a state in 1889. Near the center of the state, the then new settlement was across the river from the settlement of Fort Pierre and near what became an important railroad crossing of the river. Number 8. Huron, South Dakota. Huron is a city in and the county seat of Beadle County, South Dakota, United States. The population was 14,263 at the 2020 census, and it is the 8th most populous city in South Dakota. The first settlement at Huron was made in 1880. Huron is location of the South Dakota State Fair, and of a statue called the world's largest pheasant. Number 7. Mitchell, South Dakota. Mitchell is a city in and the county seat of Davison County, South Dakota, United States. The population was 15,660 at the 2020 census, making it the 6th most populous city in South Dakota. Mitchell is the principal city of the Mitchell Micropolitan Statistical Area, which includes all of Davison and Hanson counties. Number 6. Yankton, South Dakota. Yankton is a city in and the county seat of Yankton County, South Dakota, United States. The population was 15,411 at the 2020 census, making it the 7th most populous city in South Dakota, and it is the principal city of the Yankton Micropolitan Statistical Area, which includes the entirety of Yankton County and which had an estimated population of 23,297 as of July 1, 2021. As the first capital of Dakota Territory, it was named after the Yankton tribe of Western Dakota people. Yankton is derived from the Dakota word Ihanktunwan, the end village. Yankton is located on the Missouri River just downstream of the Gavins Point Dam and Lewis and Clark Lake, and just upstream of the confluence with the James River. The United States National Park Service's headquarters for the Missouri National Recreational River are located in the city. The Human Services Center was established as a psychiatric hospital in 1882 and is on the National Register of Historic Places. Yankton is commonly referred to as the River City due to its proximity to the Missouri River and the importance the river played in the city's settlement and development. Yankton has also earned the nickname Mother City of the Dakotas due to the early important role it played in the creation and development of the Dakota Territory, which later became the 39th and 40th U.S. states of North and South Dakota. Owing to the early exploitation of Fort Hays limestone for cement manufacture, including shipment of cement to the construction of the Panama Canal, Yankton once also had the nickname Cement City. Number 5. Watertown, South Dakota. Watertown is a city in and the county seat of Codington County, South Dakota, United States. Watertown is home to the Redland Art Center, which houses many of the works of Terry Redland, one of the nation's most popular wildlife artists. Watertown is between Pelican Lake and Lake Kampiska, from which Redland derived inspiration for his artwork. The population was 22,655 at the 2020 census, making Watertown South Dakota's 5th most populous city. It is also the principal city of the Watertown Micropolitan Statistical Area, which includes all of Codington County. It is home to the Bramble Park Zoo. Watertown's residential real estate is considered the most expensive in South Dakota for cities of its size. The median price for a home in Watertown is approximately $200,000. Number 4. Brookings, South Dakota. Brookings is a city in and the county seat of Brookings County, South Dakota, United States. Brookings is South Dakota's 4th most populous city, with a population of 23,377 at the 2020 census. It is home to South Dakota State University, the state's largest institution of higher education. Also in Brookings are the South Dakota Art Museum, the Children's Museum of South Dakota, the annual Brookings Summer Arts Festival, and the headquarters of several manufacturing companies and agricultural operations. Number 3. Aberdeen, South Dakota. Aberdeen is a city in and the county seat of Brown County, South Dakota, United States, located approximately 125 miles and 201 kilometers northeast of Pierre. The population was 28,495 at the 2020 census, making it the 3rd most populous city in the state, after Sioux Falls after Rapid City. Aberdeen is home of Northern State University. Number 2. Rapid City, South Dakota. Rapid City is a city in South Dakota, United States, and the county seat of Pennington County. It is the second most populous city in the state, after Sioux Falls. It is located on the eastern slope of the Black Hills in western South Dakota and was named after Rapid Creek, where the settlement developed. The population was 74,703 as of the 2020 census. Known as the gateway to the Black Hills and the City of Presidents because of the life-size bronze president statues downtown, Rapid City is split by a low mountain ridge that divides the city's western and eastern parts, called the Gap. Ellsworth Air Force Base is on the city's outskirts. Camp Rapid, part of the South Dakota Army National Guard, is in the city's western part. Rapid City is home to such attractions as Art Alley, Dinosaur Park, the City of Presidents Walking Tour, Chapel in the Hills, Storybook Island, and Main Street Square. The historic Old West town of Deadwood is nearby. In the neighboring Black Hills are the tourist attractions of Mount Rushmore, the Crazy Horse Memorial, Custer State Park, Wind Cave National Park, Jewel Cave National Monument, and the museum at the Black Hills Institute of Geological Research. To the city's east is Badlands National Park. Number 1 Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sioux Falls is the most populous city in the U.S. state of South Dakota and the 121st most populous city in the United States. It is the county seat of Minnehaha County and also extends into northern Lincoln County to the south, which continues up to the Iowa state line. The population was 192,517 at the 2020 census, and in 2022, its estimated population was 202,078. According to city officials, the estimated population had grown to 213,891 as of early 2024. The Sioux Falls metro area accounts for more than 30% of the state's population. Chartered in 1856 on the banks of the Big Sioux River, the city is situated in the rolling hills at the junction of Interstates 29 and 90.